Hey guys, RC Jedi here. This video I'm going to be doing a review on a 1/12 scale 2-wheel drive desert buggy. This one is basically the clone of an xinlehong desert truck which I had, which that one did pretty well at the skate park. This one is basically an upgraded version where this one does perform a bit better. It's a review on this one this time. And I did sell my other one, which I paid $180 for this at a retail shop, not a hobby shop. And I'm going to be driving this later on in this video. So yeah, this one is brushed, a 390 brushed motor. It's rear wheel drive. This thing does have ball bearings throughout. It does have metal dog bones and drive shafts, like metal gearbox as well. This one does include LED lights, as you can see right in the bumper. You probably can't see that, but it does have LED lights. It does include I'll show you what else you get with the kit. You do get this radio, which is basically a bit different to the one I originally had. The xinlehong 9115 cars include a plastic wheel. Well, this one does have steering trim and throttle trim, which is basically like a throttle dual rate. You have the on-off button, which this one does feel much better in the hand compared to the one I had before, the original one. This one does take 3 AA batteries. Does have a foam wheel. This thing feels much better than the one I originally had with my xinlehong version. This thing does have a decent little range. It's a good little controller, which Perth West Oz RC's reviewed some cars that have this controller, like the 9125 1/10 monster truck and so on. There's a few other cars for this price point. It's a good radio. It's fine for what the car is worth. It does the job and it performs much better than the radio, which only has the steering trim. So yeah, that's the radio you get with the car. Also, you get the manual. You get the manual with the car as well. You gotta, if this is your first RC car, read this manual. You gotta read the manuals. See, it tells you do's and don'ts. Oops, sorry about that. It does do's and don'ts. How to get your car running. Yeah, how to set it up. Throttle trim. And vice versa. You can get parts for this car, but it doesn't say on this manual. It's a very small little manual. But for the price you get, for the price you pay, this is perfect enough for anyone new to the hobby. So yeah, always read this manual. Don't throw it away, because you might need it for someone else that's getting into the hobby. So that's the manual. You should always read this manual. And yep, so you should read it before you set up your car. And here is the battery, which this one is a 1500 milliamp hour 2-cell lithium ion battery. I'm pretty sure you can get a 2S LiPo. It does this thing does fit in the Black Zon or other cars this size, 1/12. So this battery does do pretty well. I think I get like 15 to 20 minutes of driving time. Like, for the price you pay, you get for an extra $50 Australian, you get a bit more car. Because the one I had before came with a 9.6 volt, and this does come with a Dean's connector, a Dean's plug, which is good. So I could run 2S LiPos, and the ESC could not do 2S. It's a 25 amp ESC. So this is the battery you get with the car. The battery, and to charge the battery you get is oh, sorry about that. The battery, the charger, and you get a USB charger, which I've got a few of these at home. USB charger. You get a metal, that's right, you get a metal tool wrench, because the one I had came with a plastic wrench. And I had a few other WL Toys cars, like the 124018, that came with a plastic one, a plastic hex wrench, which I used the plastic ones and they do wear out easier. This car does come with some body pins, if you could see that. if you can see that. It does, yeah, it does include some body pins. You can see where my finger is. I'm sorry about that. It comes with 2 spare body pins in case you lose the ones that come on the car. So this is not bad for the price. You get this with any ready-to-run Chinese buggy, like cheap buggies, and all the WL toys come with similar cars, like the A9 series. They come with spare body pins, like, and that. So yeah, that's all what you get with the car. That's all you get with the car. And yeah, so let's take a deep look at the car. So yeah, back to the car. This car does retail for under $200 Australian. This thing does come with ball bearings, what I said the beginning of the video. This thing does have a light roof racks in case you want to put lights in your car, like mount some lights. Yeah, you can see that. If you can see that, you can put lights there if you wish. Oh, sorry about that blur. Yeah, this does include a detailed roll bar, like a detailed cockpit, and you can also look at the back. You get a detail. The engine's detailed. Like, you also get a wing, which comes on the truggy version. And yes, these tires do perform okay, but these do not have foam. Like, being a 2-wheel drive vehicle, these do not have foam at all. Like, I will get some different wheels and tires for this car. Like, these tires would be okay for like certain areas, but on like loose gravel, these have no hope, no chance in hope to get proper traction. And this car does have this thing does feel bouncy, so I probably will get some better shocks to help this car perform better. So if you look at that, it's bouncy, but it has aluminium shock caps, alloy shock caps, and it has like metal hinge pin braces. Like, if you look right near the bumper, if you look right there, you get metal hinge pins. Oops, sorry, but if you see where my finger's pointing, metal hinge pin braces, which is very good. Like, because a few cars around this price point come with plastic ones, and a few cars I've got have them, which is good because alloy does work there. It's much stronger than plastic. And this car's suspension, oh, sorry about that pronouncing, this car's suspension looks pretty beefy, like the A-arms. Yeah, see, yeah, it does have beefy arms, and you can't adjust the camber or toe for the price point that you pay. It does have bumpers. You can mount some lights at the bumpers if you wish. You can also see the metal let me focus, metal drive shafts and diff cups. Ooh, sorry about that. I'm filming this in a bright spot. So yeah, if you look right behind the bumper, it comes with metal diff housings. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, see, if you see, yeah, metal diff housings and the metal axles. And yes, this car does have lock nuts, which is very good. Like, the cars I've had for around this price point, like the Blackson Smiter, that comes with screws instead of lock nuts, which is very good. Like, I'm pretty sure you can get different tires and wheels for this. I will whip one of these tires off real quick, so to show you the hex, and let me show you what's under the body real quick. To get the body off, you gotta take the little clips up front, and then this hinges back, and underneath all the electrics are covered up. So you got the ESC and the servo are right there. The battery compartment is in the middle, and then you got your motor. It's a 380 or 390 brushed motor, and you got the A-arms at the back, which look very beefy. It does everything on this car is plastic, like, except for some parts. Like, for the price you pay, it's very durable. Like, my one I had previously did last pretty well at the skate park. Like, the roll cage is very heavy duty. You can see the roll cage. Like, see the plastic? It's plastic roll cage, which in my opinion, cars I've driven like this have held up pretty well, like the original one I had. This one does have a new switch. Instead of taking the on my old one where you take the battery cover off to turn the car on and off, you can turn it on via this red button right next to the antenna and the servo, and you can see the lights where the bumper is. I'm pretty sure you can't see that, but I'm filming on a piece of concrete. I'm not at my workshop. I am filming this thing in a parking lot where I'm going to drive this thing. I'm going to drive this car along here on road. So yeah, I'm going to get this car going. I just got to show you the battery compartment, and then yeah, I'll get this thing going. So yeah, this is how you get in the battery. You take you swing these two little things like tabs out, and yeah, that's what you do. Then you get the Dean's connector, which the battery compartment is not huge, but you can get some 2S lipos in there very easily. So yeah, that's the battery compartment, and let me get this car going real quick. Flipped it. Oh, I flipped it. Yeah, this being a two-wheel drive car, this thing does flip over not too bad. Like, if it was four-wheel drive, it would be easier to control. It doesn't do too bad. I will take this thing in a separate video. I will take this thing off-road and see how this thing performs. So yeah, this thing does not do pretty bad. This thing makes this thing a very good RC for beginners. Yep. Like for the price you get a 2S Lion pack. Like, I know the Black's on, but the Black's on's a bit more. Probably the same price actually. The Black's on Smiter, but if you want this one as like a very first hobby grade RC car, I highly recommend this one. But if you want something four-wheel drive at the same competition, I'm pretty sure the competition to this car has got to be the Smiter range, the Blackstone or the HBX range. But for the price point, 1/12 scale, two-wheel drive car, there's not many two-wheel drive cars of this size out. So yeah, this is let me bring it in and do my final thoughts. So yeah, highly if you want to get into the world of RC, without spending a ton of money on like a higher end car, this is one of the cars that like to go for, like to choose. Like there's not a lot of cars for like the price point, like in its class. So yeah, this is the wrap up of my review and driving footage of my review on the 1/12 buggy. It's in an xinlehong clone, or it's like, I recommend this car as like a first entry level car for sub $200 Australian. I will look on a future video when I do research on the prices. I will talk about that for American dollars, and I will this does use 12mm hexes, so I will try some different wheels on it and see how this thing performs. I will change the shocks on it, and yeah, so yeah, this is my review of my buggy that I recently purchased, and I will do some updates to this video. So yeah, this is my review. This is bone stock. I will do some upgrades to it along the way. So yeah, if you don't want to miss any of those videos, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss out on any more of my future videos that I upload. So yeah, this is RC Jedi. All of you have a good one, or day or night, wherever you are in the world. So you have a good one, and this is RC Jedi signing out.